Brent crude has collapsed minus 9.40% to $87.68, a historic single-session move that demands your attention. In this video we break down what is driving this and what it means. Welcome to MTRS_Market Pulse. It is Tuesday, July 28th, and this is your complete global market briefing. Markets are sending mixed signals today as investors weigh competing narratives. Let us start with a quick look at how the major global markets are positioned today. Starting with the major global indices. S&P 500 is little changed, hovering near $7,413.18. Equity markets are responding to reports that Wall Street ends mixed as investors focus on tech earnings. NASDAQ 100 is trading lower by minus 0.32% at $28,039. Investor sentiment is being shaped by NASDAQ falls on angst over RE spending ahead of earnings reports, the Detroit News. Dow Jones is trading higher by plus 0.51% at $52,210. Equity markets are responding to reports that Wall Street ends mixed as investors focus on tech earnings. DAX edged higher plus 1.36% to €25,099. Traders are reacting to news that NASDAQ, S&P 500 edge lower as tech stocks drop. Focus on Mideast conflict, MarketScreener.com. FTSE 100 ticked up plus 0.42% to £10,782. Investor sentiment is being shaped by NASDAQ 100. Oil break lifts tech stocks before Fed and megacap earnings test, FX Empire. Now let us turn to some of the biggest names in global equities. SAP made a dramatic move today, surged plus 9.26% to €140.20. Investor sentiment is being shaped by SAP stock jumps as earnings beat eases RE fears, barons. From a momentum perspective, the next key resistance for SAP sits around €148.61. A sustained break above that level could attract further institutional buying. The main risk to the upside scenario is a shift in macro conditions or central bank tone. This is our analytical view, always do your own research. Nintendo made a dramatic move today, surged plus 6.63% to 7,431 yen. Investor sentiment is being shaped by Nintendo stock nosedives following earnings report, despite record-breaking Switch 2 sales, Yahoo Finance. From a momentum perspective, the next key resistance for Nintendo sits around 7,876 yen and 86 sen. A sustained break above that level could attract further institutional buying. The main risk to the upside scenario is a shift in macro conditions or central bank tone. This is our analytical view, always do your own research. ASML plunged minus 5.80% to $1,655.26 in a significant session. Equity markets are responding to reports that RE surge makes semiconductor equipment super suppliers. The EUV monopoly is one of the strongest competitive moats in all of technology. AI chip demand for the most advanced nodes directly benefits ASML without the execution risk of being a chip maker. Watch for any update on the 2026 to 2027 capacity shipment schedule. Nvidia made a dramatic move today, plunged minus 4.99% to $196.51. Equity markets are responding to reports that Nvidia rides blistering chip sales to another record quarter. Blackwell GPU allocation to hyperscalers is tighter than supply, which is a near-term revenue floor. The risk that most investors underestimate is valuation compression. The stock trades at a significant premium to the S&P 500. A miss on data center guidance would be punished severely. Near term, watch for any whisper on Blackwell yield rates. Now let us dig into the macro picture driving these moves. Geopolitical risks remain elevated. Traders are reacting to news that NASDAQ, S&P 500 edge lower as tech stocks drop. Focus on Mideast conflict, MarketScreener.com. This is keeping traders cautious and supporting flows into defensive assets. Central bank policy is at the forefront of investor minds. Investor sentiment is being shaped by NASDAQ 100. Oil break lifts tech stocks before Fed and megacap earnings test, FX Empire. Equity markets are responding to reports that Wall Street ends mixed as investors focus on tech earnings. Turning to commodities. Brent crude plunged to $87.68 per barrel, down 9.4% on the session. Traders are reacting to news that stock market today, Dow, S&P 500, NASDAQ futures rise as oil falls, investors brace for busy week, Yahoo Finance. WTI crude plunged to $81.91 per barrel, down 8.29% on the session. Traders are reacting to news that stock market today, Dow, S&P 500, NASDAQ futures rise as oil falls, investors brace for busy week, Yahoo Finance. Natural gas plunged to $2.77, down 3.48% on the session. Traders are reacting to news that NASDAQ, S&P 500 edge lower as tech stocks drop. Focus on Mideast conflict, MarketScreener.com. Gold ticked up to $4,078.60 per troy ounce, up 0.27% on the session. Safe haven demand is being supported by reports that OPEC monthly oil market report, July 2026, Commodities CL1.com, seeking alpha. Let us give you our near-term view on Brent crude. The technical picture for Brent crude has deteriorated. The $82.42 level will be critical to monitor. It represents a key line in the sand for bulls. A break below could trigger further stop-loss selling. Manage your risk carefully. In the currency markets, Euro to US dollar is at 1.14, losing 0.01% on the day. Pound sterling to US dollar is at 1.33, losing 0.16% on the day. US dollar to Japanese yen is at 163.61, gaining 0% on the day. The move in the dollar reflects reports that Indian rupee climbs to two-week high as RBI intervention, falling oil prices spark dollar sell-off to Kedia. Here is what we will be watching closely in the days ahead. Keep a close eye on central bank speakers and rate commentary, and key economic data releases. Any one of these could be the catalyst that defines the next major directional move. Every morning, before markets open, we break down exactly what is moving and why. If you want that edge every day, subscribe and hit the bell icon. If today's analysis was useful, a like is the best way to support the channel. We genuinely appreciate every single one. We read every comment. Drop your view below. That is all from MTRS_Market Pulse for today. All analysis is for informational and educational purposes only and does not constitute financial advice. Always consult a qualified financial advisor. Trade safe, and we will see you in the next one. That is your full global market briefing from MTRS_Market Pulse. Subscribe and turn on notifications for daily updates.